You're paying $300 more per year on groceries today than you were just 12 months ago, according to recent data. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, food prices jumped to 3.2% in 2025. But here's what they're not telling you about those increases. Since 2020, your grocery bill is up a cumulative 30%. That's not inflation. That's a grocery tax you never voted for. Meet Jennifer. She's 38 and works full-time as a teacher. She makes $52,000 a year and does everything right. Meal planning, checking sales, and using coupons every single week. But when she shops, something always feels completely broken. Let me show you what's happening to her shopping cart. Groceries. Jennifer used to spend about $150 weekly. She was feeding her family of 4 on that budget. According to the USDA Economic Research Service, grocery prices rose 2.7% in 2025. Now, for dollars doesn't sound like much at first. But wait, it actually gets much worse from here. Meat and dairy. This is where it really hurts families. According to USDA data, beef and veal prices surged 14.7%. 14.7% in just 1 year. That ground beef Jennifer bought for $12 now costs $13.76. The gallon of milk rose from $3.50 to about $3.65. But here's the part that really shocked me analyzing this data. Shrinkflation, that sneaky feeling your products look smaller. You're not crazy, it's actually happening everywhere. Government Accountability Office research says a 72% noticed shrinkflation in 2025. Orange juice containers shrank 10 to 15% in some brands. That bag of chips feels lighter than before. Snack foods were worst. 78% noticed shrinkflation there. Packaged desserts, 53% affected by size reductions. Here's what that means in plain English for you. You're paying the same or more for less product. Companies avoid sticker shock, and you feel like you're going insane. So let's add this up for Jennifer. Her weekly groceries cost $208 more per year. Meat and dairy alone cost another $280 annually. Shrinkflation costs families another $150 to $200 yearly. Total damage roughly $650 to $700 more. That's 2 weeks of her take-home pay gone, just to buy the same food as last year. So why is this happening right now? I've analyzed the data so you don't have to. 3 major forces are crushing your grocery budget. Cause number 1, supply chain chaos never really ended. Here's what the research clearly shows today. NPR and Marketplace report global logistics challenges increased costs. Port congestion, trucking shortages, and geopolitical tensions raised expenses. These problems didn't end when pandemic headlines stopped. Think of it like ordering a pizza delivery. The driver gets stuck, gas prices double, drivers are scarce. By the time it arrives, it costs way more. Not because ingredients changed, but delivery became expensive. That's exactly what's happening with your groceries now. The U.S. relies heavily on imports for staples. Coffee, sugar, and tropical fruits come from abroad. Weather disruptions hit producing countries hard. Droughts in Brazil or Vietnam raise import prices. Those costs ripple straight to your checkout total. Plus, domestic labor shortages in agriculture hurt production. CBS News reports immigration policies reduced harvest yields. An aging workforce increased wage demands significantly. That's why beef got so expensive lately. Smaller herds and higher feed costs drove prices. Poor grain yields raised feed costs according to USDA. Real impact. Your coffee costs more every morning. Beef hit you with that 14.7% increase. Cause number 2, shrinkflation, the invisible thief. Remember those stats I mentioned earlier? Let me break down what's really happening here. Manufacturers reduce product sizes while keeping prices high. Sometimes they even increase prices secretly. It's inflation they can hide from you. In 2025, orange juice containers shrank up to 15%. Chip bags got noticeably lighter too. Even toilet paper had fewer sheets per roll. They're betting you won't notice the fine print. This lets companies manage rising energy and material costs without obvious price hikes that scare customers. But research shows it erodes consumer trust badly. You feel ripped off because you actually are. Real impact. You're buying air and chip bags and paying full price for 85% juice. Cause number 3, climate change is in your cart. This one's uncomfortable, but the data is clear. Climate Central shows extreme weather disrupting food production worldwide. The U.S. warming trend raised food prices. Forecasts show pressure continuing through 2026. Floods and heat waves affect crop outputs. Farmers need predictable weather to grow food. Right rain and temperatures matter greatly. Extreme droughts or floods cause crop failures. Cattle need grain to eat properly. No grain or expensive grain means expensive beef. Data shows beef surged 14.7%. Shrinking herds and higher feed costs caused it. Real impact: your steak dinners cost more. Hamburgers cost more because cows eat pricier grain. It's not just one thing causing this. These factors compound on each other. Supply chain delays meet shrinkflation and climate impacts. They pile on, and you foot the bill. So what does this mean for your wallet? Let's talk about your purchasing power. USDA reports a cumulative 30% increase since 2020. Think about that for a second. If you spent $150 weekly in 2020, you now need $195 for same food. That's $45 more every single week. Over a year, that's $2,340 just to stand completely still financially. If you got a 3% raise yearly, you're still falling behind financially. Grocery inflation hit 2.6 to 3.2% yearly, and that's on top of previous increases. Let me show a monthly breakdown. That's $59 more per month, $708 per year. Want to know what that means in time? At $18 an hour median wage, that's 39 hours of extra work yearly. You're working an entire extra week per year just to eat the same food. And it gets worse if you're saving. When costs jump 59 monthly, savings disappear. Emergency fund plans fall apart quickly. Credit card balances start creeping up. Federal Reserve data shows record high debt. And this is exactly why. Here's what keeps me up at night. USDA forecasts another increase in 2026, another 2.3 to 2.7%. Tariff policies could escalate according to analysts. That could add another half to 1%. For families already maxed out, devastating impact. All right, enough doom. Here's what you can do. Starting this very week, I'm giving you 8 strategies in 3 tiers. You don't have to do all of them. Pick one from Tier 1 this week. Add another next week and build gradually. Tier 1, stop the bleeding this week. Strategy number 1, Pantry First Meal Plan. Experts say families save $500 monthly by inventorying what they already have. Cited by Reader's Digest and All Recipes Research. Here's your action for this week. Before your next shop, spend 10 minutes. Open your pantry and list everything inside. Plan 2 meals using those ingredients. Then make a list for missing items and shop only for those items. According to the data, this alone cuts impulse buys and waste. That's where your money disappears every single month. Expected savings: 10 to 15% off your weekly bill. That's $60 to $90 per month for a typical family. Strategy number 2, the seasonal produce hack. According to consumer savings research, buying seasonal produce saves money, 5 to 10% compared to out-of-season items. In January, that means citrus fruits and winter squash. Also root vegetables for better value. Check farmers markets or discount sections at your store. Expected savings: $20 to $40 per month. Strategy number 3, stop buying shrinkflation products. Remember that 72% statistic from earlier. According to GAO data, snacks and packaged desserts are worst. Your move: switch to store brands in hard-hit categories. 78% noticed shrinkflation in snack foods. Store brands haven't shrunk as much, and they cost 20 to 30% less. Expected savings: $30 to $50 per month. That's on snacks, juices, and packaged items alone. Tier 2, rebuild your buffer this month. Strategy number 4, the strategic bulk buy. According to bulk buying research from multiple sources, including MSN and How Stuff Works reports, buying staples in bulk yields up to 27% discounts compared to normal retail prices. But here's the key: only bulk buy what you use. Only buy what you regularly consume. Action: start with 3 items: rice, beans, and pasta. Check unit prices carefully. Use warehouse stores or online bulk options. Store properly in airtight containers. According to the research combined with meal planning, this trims 10 to 20% off your bill. Expected savings: $90 to $180 monthly for a family of 4. Strategy number 5, the app and coupon stack. According to consumer research, digital coupons save families money, 5 to 10% on average. Your system: download your store's app. Check digital coupons before you shop. Stack them with sales. Data shows combining these hits 15% savings. Expected savings: $30 to $75 monthly. Strategy number 6, the shopping time hack. Here's one most people miss completely. According to retail research, shop during off-peak times. Tuesday or Wednesday mornings work best. You get better selection of sale items and markdown products. Expected savings, $20 to $40 per month. Tier 3, inflation-proof your future this quarter. Strategy number 7, the price book method. Track prices on your top 20 items. According to consumer advocacy research, this reveals true prices. It prevents fake sale manipulation. Action: use a simple notes app. For 2 weeks, record all prices. Then shop based on data, not marketing tricks. Expected savings, $40 to $80 per month. Strategy number 8, the tariff-proof shift. Here's what you need to know. According to USDA forecasts and trade analysis, tariffs in 2026 could add inflation, 0.5% to 1% increase, especially on canned goods and imports. 80% of canned goods affected. Your move: stock up now if possible. On non-perishable imports, before potential tariff hikes hit. Canned tomatoes, beans, and coffee. If you drink coffee, according to analysis, buying 3 months now saves money, $100 to $200. If tariffs actually happen, listen, you don't have to do all 8. Start with strategy number 1 this week. The Pantry First Meal Plan. According to data, it saves most families $500 per month. Do that first. Get it working smoothly. Then come back and add strategy number 4. Bulk buying staples. Those two alone make a big difference. You're looking at $590 monthly, or over $7,000 per year. That's a used car. That's your emergency fund rebuilt. That's breathing room for your family. Drop a comment below. Tell me the one grocery expense hitting you hardest. Is it meat, dairy, or sneaky shrinkflation snacks? Let's see what's crushing our community. I read every comment. Here on Macro Dynasty, we're tracking these numbers every week. Next time, I'm breaking down investments. 3 investments that beat inflation, according to 25 years of data. Because your money needs to fight back. Hit that subscribe button right now. According to USDA forecast, prices going up again. Another 2.3% minimum in 2026. If tariffs hit, it could be 3.7. I'm showing you exactly how to prepare before it hits your wallet.